We've told you the holiday season is fast approaching, and there are so many holiday events coming up that are both fun and give back to the community, which we love. So joining us on the CoastLife couch today to talk a little bit more about one that I'm sure you know about in Georgetown is Chip Guy. Welcome.
They know about me? Or?
They know about you and Georgetown.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in. So tell us a little bit about the Caroling in the Circle. This is a long-standing event. It's both fun and, again, helps out those in need right here in our community.
Yes. Caroling on the Circle is a mainstay in Georgetown and in Sussex County. This will be our 40th anniversary.
Wow.
It started back in the early to mid 1980s with Sam Beard of the Jefferson Awards fame. He began an initiative, I believe it was called Delaware First, and basically seeded the three counties with these events. And in Sussex County, it was Caroling on the Circle, intended to basically bring the community together and do it for a cause. So, you know, sort of celebrate the season, but at the same time, do something meaningful for the community. Voila, 40 years later, here we are still. And in that time, the Caroling on the Circle program, which is a food drive principally, has collected more than 800,000 canned goods and non-perishable food items for local food banks here in Sussex County. So it's done a tremendous amount of good, and we hope to keep that going in the years moving forward.
Yeah, well, we've had a lot of newcomers to the area who maybe haven't experienced Caroling on the Circle before. Could you explain a little bit about what people who attend can expect?
Sure. It's a community singing event. We gather, now we have historically done this on the first Monday generally in December. We're changing it up a little bit this year, and maybe we'll get to that in just a minute. It's a community singing event. We have traditional and Spanish carols that we sing for about an hour or so that evening. We have Kevin Short and Ed Shockley, who are well known in the area, musicians and performers. They lead the event, and then we also have a marimba band and the St. Michael's Children's Choir. That's always a big hit. And so really it's just an evening of you know, a festive feeling, lots of, you know, Christmas and holiday music, and you know, people are generally it's a little chill in the air, so they're huddled up, and kids come out, you know, moms and dads, parents, grandparents. It's just really a great reflection of community spirit, people coming together and doing you know, this for, you know, the purpose of getting into the holiday spirit, but also that spirit of giving to do something that's meaningful for the community.
I think too that spirit of like the good old days, that's the feeling that people miss, and so to bring everybody together, and I think there's something about huddling together when it is chilly and singing that they're just there's unity in that. So how do people who want to participate in the food drive element, do they just show up with the canned good?
Sure, they can do that night, but we begin the food drive itself in early November. So the food drive is going on right now.
Awesome.
And we reach out to businesses, schools, organizations in the community to try to drum up support through those channels. But the public can drop off canned goods anytime during the months of November and December. They simply drop them off at the admin building right on the Circle. It's next to the courthouse in Georgetown. And we will do that through the end of December. And then once we have all those items in, we then distribute these to about 1.5 to 2 dozen local food banks. These are the smaller community food closets. There are larger organizations out there that are doing a tremendous amount of good, and we recognize that, and this is really to just sort of dovetail with those efforts. It's to help those smaller community pantries that you know, that may really only help a few dozen families, but that's very critical in those smaller communities.
It's a world of difference to those few dozen families.
It is, definitely.
So what we've come up with, we're partnering with the Chamber of Commerce in the town of Georgetown. We are putting caroling on Thursday night this year, December the 7th, beginning at 6 p.m. And we will be the lead-in act, if you will.
Okay.
So for about 45 minutes to 50 minutes or so, we'll be caroling on the Circle. That will then segue into the town's tree lighting, so they're on the Circle, and with the Volunteer of the Year, and then the parade for the Chamber of Commerce kicks off at 7 o'clock. So what you've got really now is a one-stop shop for all your holiday festivities on Thursday night, December 7th in downtown Georgetown. And we hope that the public really finds, you know, this to be jam-packed full of you know, glee and excitement and, you know, holiday spirit and all that. Just thought it would be a unique offering to really just do it all in a 2 to 2.5 hour span on one night.
I love that.
I think it's a great idea. It just feels very nostalgic. I've never gone caroling, and you watch the movies, and you want to go. So it's a really great way just to bring people together to do all the fun Christmas traditions.
I think we know our December 7th plans.
Yes.
I was going to say, I expect to see you both out there December 7th.
You'll want to listen to
Warm
Leah
up those
sing.
pipes.
Not me, though.
No, I'm just kidding.
She's got it. I'll background sing for
There we
you.
go.
Okay.
Harmony, right?
Yeah.
Will you be singing, Chip?
I will not.
I'll sing if you sing. Chip Guy and Paige
talk about
Marley.
it. We'll talk about it.
Christmas duet. Okay, no problem.
Lots to look forward to on
Yes.
December 7th. I also know a familiar face may be calling the parade, Jason Lee. He's going to be there?
Jason Lee will be joining us. Thanks to him, he will be the MC for both caroling as well as the parade.
Oh, fun.
So
He can
excited to
sing
have
too,
him.
yeah.
Great, let's bring him on.
Just saying.
This is going to be fun.
This is going to be a good time.
Good.
Well, you got all your holiday plans worked out for you.
Yes.
So maybe take a minute, schedule that out. We're going to take a quick break, but CoastLife is going to be right back for some more fun.